What is a commonly romanticized job that you consider to be a nightmare? I used to be a flight attendant, and it was the worst job I've ever had. We were paid $19 an hour, but only for the time we were in the air. This meant that if we had a 5-hour delay, we weren't paid for it. We also had to be at the airport 2 hours before the flight, and we weren't paid for that time either. We had to pay for our own hotels and food, and we were only given $1, $50 per hour for food. We were constantly on call, and we had to be at the airport within 2 hours of being called. This meant that we couldn't live more than an hour away from the airport. We were also required to work a certain number of hours per month, and if we didn't meet that requirement, we were fired. We were also required to work on holidays, and we weren't paid extra for it. We were also required to wear a uniform, and we had to pay for it ourselves. We were also required to wear makeup, and we had to pay for that ourselves too. We were also required to have a certain hairstyle, and we had to pay for that ourselves as well. We were also required to have a certain weight, and if we didn't meet that requirement, we were fired. We were also required to have a certain height, and if we didn't meet that requirement, we were fired. We were also required to have a certain shoe size, and if we didn't meet that requirement, we were fired. We were also required to have a certain dress size, and if we didn't meet that requirement, we were fired.